DraftSociety.com presents a Premier League Draft Fantasy Podcast. Welcome to the Key Pass Collective. Your exclusive source for the information, analysis, and advice you need to dominate your fantasy leagues. Come on in. We've been expecting you.
What's up, draft heads? How is everyone? Welcome in. It's been a long international break. We're back. We are excited. We're ready to roll. Ready for the weekend. Ready for some games. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. If you're joining us live, if you're listening to this at a later date, you should consider joining us live. It's incredible. We have a blast on here. 5 o'clock or 5:30, usually Wednesdays Eastern time. And we just like to shoot the shit with you all in chat. It's a real blast. So we got Old Scruffy hanging out in chat. We got Lloydie LFC. Andrew, what's going on, man? Omar's back, of course. We Promotions. Hey, that's a new name. Awesome. Welcome. We Promotions. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, welcome, everybody. And then if you're just hanging out in the background, say hey. Of course, as we go, if you have any questions, pop them in chat. We'll try to get to them as we have a moment to do so. Draft Alchemy, what's up, man? And yeah, and just say hey, regardless. Just say what's up. But then if you have questions, that's even better because we'll pop them on screen when we get a chance. Welcome into the KPC. My name is Joe Williams. I'll be your host for this particular episode. We are presented by the DraftSociety.com. What is the Draft Society, you ask? Well, great. Let me take just a quick second to tell you about it. So basically, that's where you're going to go for all of your Draft Fantasy Premier League needs. You're going to head over there. You're going to see top 75 consensus rankings. You're going to see waiver wire articles every single week. You're going to see Sleepers 11 article, players to pick up that aren't widely owned. That's going to be all free. Useful draft stats, that's completely free. Projected lineups, completely free. If you are willing to invest in and support an independent fantasy football website, which community, you are amazing. Those of you who already support us, thank you so much. If you're willing, you're going to get a lot more. You're going to get rest of season player rankings. You're going to get weekly player points projections for every player in the league. You're going to get sortable consensus rankings on international breaks, which is what we're talking about today. You can have access to our Inner Circle Discord. You've got a fixture difficulty tracker that is specifically for our game. You've got confidential trade advice. And if you get the season pass, you will have the Fantasy Toolkit, which is our bespoke tool to your Fantrax ID that will literally tell you the players in your league that we think you should pick up, the players in your league that we think maybe you should trade for, what's the value of your players to trade for other players on other teams. It'll have matchup projections for you and your opponent, etc. It's an incredible tool. And I feel like more gets added to it every day. It's just really amazing. So, yeah. Welcome back in, y'all. It's been a long international break, and I'm super excited to talk some fantasy because, man, yeah, trust me, as an American, it hasn't been great watching our national team. I'll just say that. But aside from that, I want to see my fantasy guys play. I want to see my team go. So, yeah, I'm excited we're back. And in order to talk about this set of consensus rankings, we have a good crew for you all tonight. So let me go ahead and bring these guys on. And as I kind of introduce you guys, what I would ask you to do is just give me the first player that comes to your mind when I ask you who is the hardest player to rank. Just give me the first player. We're not going to spend any time on it. We're not going to talk about it because we'll get into that stuff later. But just like as you say hey to the crew, as you say hey to the listeners, just tell us who the hardest player to rank was. So let's start with Sanjy. Say hey, say what's up, and tell us who the hardest player to rank was.
Hey guys, good night. Welcome to the stream. You've really put me on the spot now because I have no idea who a tough person to.
First one, top of your head, just who did you like? You didn't quite know where to put him.
Lewis Hall.
There we go. Okay, love it. Dutch Cowboy, none other than Dutch Cowboy. Are you home, man?
I made it.
You're here. Okay, beautiful. And you sound dulcet. You sound fantastic.
I don't sound like I'm biking through the streets of New York.
Right. Yeah, he was off selling things on Facebook Marketplace all day, biking around the mean streets of New York. So, yeah, but glad you're back. Tell us who the hardest player to rank was.
I struggled from like the 20 to 30s, like that little stretch right there. But the person that I kept dropping more was Dwight McNeil. I almost didn't rank him.
I mean, honestly wouldn't have blamed you. Okay, I said we weren't going to. Okay, all right. I said we weren't going to get into it. Okay, fine.
Dwight McNeil, that was the toughest.
But no,
one.
I fully agree. Dropped him last week, so it's fine. And none other than the Draft Genie. It has been a hot minute. Draft Genie, welcome back, my friend. I'm so happy you're on this episode because you're going to have some explaining to do, as you always do when we have rankings episodes. But tell me who the hardest player for you to rank was.
Hey guys, it's been a while. Good to be back. First, I agree McNeil shouldn't be ranked. I didn't, but for me, it was probably Hugo. Just didn't quite know where to put him.
Yeah, no, I can see that. Absolutely. Nice. All right. Well, I was a piece of garbage and did not do the rankings this time. Just a lot of stuff going on at school. So thank you guys for bearing that load. What I will say is that if people want to head over to thedraftsociety.com and check up or check out our consensus ranks, you've got like 7 different analysts who ranked this time. And so you have so many opinions, and you can have obviously they're sorted by our consensus ranks. And so there's so much to kind of wade through and think about, and where we all stand on those things. So we'll be really curious to hear as we go along, any people's takes on any of those rankings. But yeah, let's get into it. Is there anything else, guys, before we kick it off that you want to kind of lead with or say to the community?
Oh, I just want to say it's good to hear Genie's voice on the pod again.
Yes, sir. I love it. All right, cool. Well, let's get into those aforementioned rankings. So today we're going to do that, and then Gameweek 4 Streamers. That'll pretty much take up our whole time. So I hope people are interested and excited to talk player valuations and how they might have changed since draft day. So let's do that. Consensus rankings from the international break. We're talking September international break. Who rose, who fell, who do we disagree on, and who are the new additions? We'll get into all of that. And there's going to be a lot of players we don't talk about today. So please visit the site, check those out. And if you have any questions, Discord's the place to be. So do that. Get the community's take on a lot of these players and see if they agree or see if they disagree with us, which is totally fine. All right, up first, boys. Top 10. We've got Bruno Fernandes up 3 places, number 1. We've got Cole Palmer down 1 place. Doesn't seem that's fine. Mohamed Salah stays put at number 3. Bukayo Saka down 2. Number 4. Erling Haaland stays put at 5. We've got, actually 1 second. We've got Ryan Barnes joining us. Ryan.
Hello.
Hey, man. So I asked everybody when they joined to say hey to the community and give us the hardest player to rank. So who was the toughest player for you to rank?
Oh, wow. Right off the bat, on the spot.
Just gut call. One that sticks out.
Yeah, this is just like off the top of my head. It's one of the last ones that I kind of switched. Florian Wirtz was tough.
Yep.
Because I believe in his ability and also his fantasy ability from seeing him in Germany. But you also have to couple it with not looking great in the first 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Granted, it's just the first 3 weeks. And not even seeing the successful dribbles, which was a big thing for me coming into the season with him, having seen him just rack them up in Germany. So he was a tough one, kind of weighing the fact that it's only been 3 games with the fact that we haven't seen much from him yet, and he was such a high pick. So that was a tough one just off the top of my head.
Fair. Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
What did everybody else say?
Let's see. So, Dutch said McNeil.
I mean, that's easy.
Yeah. Sanjy said Lewis Hall. Genie, I'm blanking. Genie, what was yours again? I'm blanking on.
Hugo.
That's right.
So another Liverpool guy.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, those are good ones.
Yeah. So we're just going through top 10. We mentioned Erling Haaland at 5, didn't move at all. Alexander Isak up 1 spot at 6. We got Mateus Cunha up 2 at 7. Semenyo breaks into the top 10. Number 8, he's up 4 places. Same with Brian Mboma, who was a second-round pick coming into this season, up 5 spots, one of the highest risers in the first couple rounds. And Jared Bowen down 2, which is I find interesting as well.
So how did Palmer leapfrog Saka when they both have injuries?
Yeah, you'll have to talk to your comrades about that one because, as I previously mentioned, I was a piece of garbage and sat this one out. But I believe Toddy is who you'll want to take it up with because he has him at 1. Sanjy has him at 2. Genie's at 5. Draft Lad at 4, and Draft Lad and Dutch are at 4, and you and Robbie are at 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I guess the only one that dropped out of the top 10 is Wirtz.
And that's kind of why I giggled when you said that, because we had just gotten onto this slide, and it was like, yep, there's no Florian Wirtz on here, which is pretty glaring, I suppose.
Indeed.
For people who are curious, he ended up at number 12 overall, and I'll just kind of go through. So it looks like Toddy and Ryan are both kind of the highest on him at 8. Dutch right behind them at 9, but then you've got Robbie and Genie at 14. So people are not souring completely, but I think maybe expectations have shifted just a little bit after seeing how much he struggled to I don't know, settle into the Premier League.
The rough part about the timing of these ranks is like you obviously want to take into account the first couple of weeks, but you also don't want to be too reactionary, and it's impossible not to be. But you just have to temper it. It's a tough one.
Yeah, for sure.
For me, it came down to basically the United guys and the Semenyo guys. Or sorry, not Semenyo guys, but just Semenyo.
I mean, he plays like he's 2 guys. It's perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
But I just kind of started to when I was ranking them, I was like, I like these guys a little better. But I'm definitely keeping Wirtz in my top 12 or top 10. I think I had him 9. I wasn't gonna drop him any further just because, like Ryan said, it's a little bit reactionary. I think.
Yeah.
I think he's fine. He's definitely not looking like a number 6. I think, which is his ADP. Right now at the moment, but he's not dropping out of like the first round numbers, not yet.
Right. I think maybe jump the gun a little bit on that one.
Watch him bang against Burnley this weekend.
Right.
Like, all right, whatever.
I mean, of course, I had him ranked there too preseason, but I kind of wonder if maybe next year is really his like first round value year. Maybe this year is kind of like a settling in type of year.
Could be.
Yeah. Let's talk Semenyo, guys. So 2 goals and an assist in his first 3 matches. 8.5 against Tottenham with no attacking returns at all. He is currently the 6th highest player in fantasy in terms of just fantasy points scoring. And he is the 3rd highest attacker because, as we previously mentioned last pod, there's a lot of defenders up there right now. Kind of weird. But so I think the biggest question was, could he continue his form from last year? He's answered that question and some, I feel like.
For sure, and he's got a really good schedule coming up. It's not like it's getting tough for him. And he's played Liverpool, Wolves, and Spurs. I mean, 2 sort of tough opponents, right?
Yeah.
Some argue Spurs aren't. And now he's got Brighton, Newcastle, Leeds, Fulham, Palace for. Like it's looking fine. Shouldn't stop. I'd be definitely really stoked if I took Semenyo after this like when the second round started, like many did. They're looking real good. Like a lot of people may have gotten them mid to late second round, and I'd be feeling pretty damn good if that was me.
Absolutely. Yeah, home leagues, all those things. Yeah, that's what a joy.
And no AFCON.
That's right. That's right. Because wait, hold on. His team didn't make it, right? Is that
Ghana
okay.
Didn't make it. No.
Got it. Okay, cool. Nice. Anything else on Semenyo from anybody else before we move on? I want to talk United, guys.
No, great pick.
Yep.
Beautiful.
9 ghosts, pretty good. I mean, he was 8.5 last season, which higher than I actually recalled.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good sign. He's always been clinical in front of goal, but the ghosts there have been pretty good. So I think the hype is maybe a little bit too much, but you gotta say that you like what you're seeing. I think I'm just scarred from a trade that happened in my league that involved Palmer for Semenyo. So
yeah.
Fair.
No, that makes sense. All right, let's talk the United guys. So we talked all preseason about how many United guys can we take in the first round. It seems like they can't all return that kind of value. Well, they haven't all so far, but the one that fell out of that first round was Brian Bomo, and he just looks fantastic. He and Cunha together, they are electric. They look amazing. So yeah, I'm curious, Genie, you're probably the man to answer this question. What do you think about these two?
Going in, I was a little skeptical on Mbeumo. Just worried about like he might be isolated a bit more. He might not be the go-to guy. It might be like 1-2 with Cunha and Bruno, but he's more heavily involved. He should have a lot more returns now than he does. So that's also something to look at. And he does take a good chunk of sets with Bruno there, with Cunha there. I don't think he'll get penalties off Bruno, but like you never know in the future if he misses a few more. He's probably the next one up. But yeah, he looks good. A couple tough games, but we saw City defense is nothing to really be afraid of. So
true.
Yeah, those two I like. Bruno obviously I like, and Ahmed is starting to find his feet at wing back. He had a really good game against Burnley, and then obviously was great off the bench versus Arsenal. Just a poor performance against Fulham, but I think the entire team was utter garbage against Fulham. So yeah, so those four are like the four you want. I don't want anything to do with Sesko, if I'm being honest. He looks just crap all over the pitch, and it's sad to say this, but Mount has actually put in a lot better performances than him. So those two could be rotating, or like one starts and then comes off at like 55.
Yeah.
But the rest of those guys, the top three at least, they're pretty much set and forget for like 90 minutes, and they're the three key guys. So definitely want a piece of them where I can.
Sesko is a really interesting one. It's interesting you mentioned him because he wasn't really on our agenda to talk about tonight, but 74, 75 for you, Toddy Ryan. 74 for Sanjy. Like, it's like there was a memo that went out, but there wasn't actually. They just kind of ended up ranking him there, which is pretty wild. Robbie believes
he was hard to rank.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, he was.
Robbie believes him a little bit more at 56, and then Dutch has buried him at 90.
I'd rather roster like an extra defender than him so far. I remember his ghosts are pretty garbage from Draft Lads, European thing. So, and United aren't exactly banging in goals with their main striker. So
yeah,
he's basically going to be like a more expensive Højlund. That's what it seems like. So I'm good.
Yeah, I'd rather the 100 fab that people spent on him.
Oh, that
Jeez,
says
yeah,
so much.
I forgot a lot of people did that.
Yeah, that says a lot.
And Mount, like you said, Mount looked fun. And then before he got injured last game against Burnley, he was on it. I was like quite impressed. Cunha is apparently hurt. with the hammy. Apparently, it's not as bad as people
He was
feared.
pictured on a bike, right? I think recently.
Yeah,
So-
he's in training. I don't think he's gonna. I would think he's gonna probably start off the bench against City. Is my guess.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry,
It doesn't
though.
seem too serious.
I mean, are we basing a lot of this off of one game against Burnley at home? I mean, the other two games, they were garbage. Like, let's be real. Like,
United-
5.5, 7.25.
United,
Okay, but
United
not
were
first round.
garbage. They were garbage, but at least on Bowen and Cunha in those two games, they looked on it.
Cunha
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
I didn't think Obama looked that great. Looked better, obviously, against Burnley, but like.
I think Mbumo should have had a goal against Arsenal. I think he will get more goals than Cunha, but his ghosts will be pretty reliant on key passes and shots. He has like one dribble all season. That's like his only ghost. That's not from a shot or a corner.
Yeah, I mean, all this to say, I mean, I was quite worried about can all of them eat and like can all of them finish with top fantasy points. I still don't think they'll finish, in parallel to the points or into their draft position. I don't think that's going to happen, but
Yeah.
I'm less worried than I was about all these United assets after 3 games than I was before drafting. Because the team doesn't look great, but they're banging the ball forward, and between Mboma, Cunha, and Bruno, they're doing something. So
I mean, they've generated the second most XG for the season so far.
there you go. City this week's tough, but United, I think I'd have to look, but I think they play City pretty well. But I have to go back and look at the games they've played. But it's at the Etihad, so
I mean, yeah, it wouldn't be a massive feat to play City well these days. So
yeah,
I mean,
maybe
you
there's
never
a
know
shot
with
coming.
like derbies are always weird to predict. Like you never know on the day.
yeah, true.
Somebody
True.
gets heated up, somebody gets a red card, the result swings differently. Like it's absolute wild card. I mean, Pep doesn't even know his best 11 yet as well. So honestly, that game is such a toss up.
Yeah, no, I would agree, for sure. I think we'll see. I mean, it's gonna be it's gonna be interesting to see. I like that some of them have dropped a little bit because I agree with you, Dutch. I think it's unsustainable for them to all be as high as they were coming into the season. Unfortunately, Diallo is the one who's taken the hit. We will see. Well, we'll talk about him a little bit more later. Okay. So the top guys, I don't know. There's a whole lot to say about that. I think the Bruno being number 1 is probably a reflection of just his steadfast fantasy value, no AFCON and no injury, which puts him above basically everybody else who is around him. So yeah. Aside from Jared Bowen, is there anyone else you guys want to talk about from the top 10?
Nah.
What do you think about Bowen then? I was a little bit surprised to see you all have him in the top 10, to be honest.
Well, I mean, the last game for Potter and West Ham, I mean, he came to his senses, played a back 4.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think the result dictates the actual game. Like, they still conceded chances and stuff. I don't think by no means are they a finished product like West Ham in terms of improvement, but he's still going to be the main man of a team. And if you look at, like, I guess, attacking returns that assets get for their club, it seems like he's just one of those assets that will just dominate most of the attacking returns that West Ham gets.
Sure.
So it's hard to ignore a 90-minute guy. And I think he went out for international break as well, but I don't think he played much. Because, like, my brother-in-law was talking about it. Like, he's a West Ham fan, like, genuine one. And fans, like, were kind of happy that he wasn't playing as much as well. But they were still upset over the fact that, players like Noni Madueke are starting over him. Like, he's good enough to start for England as well. He's got the talent. He's got the output. So, yeah, it's hard to ignore him because he's an asset that somehow will creep into the top 10, top 15 by end of season. It always happens.
He's always a trade target because, like you said, just playing for the team that he plays for and kind of like being a little bit under the radar. I mean, I just feel like he's constantly somebody I'm trying to trade in because I feel like I could get even just a slightest value there. But you guys have ruined all of that for me. So
I still like him as a top 10. A couple of the other guys here, and Bowen and Semenyo have looked a little. I just like him a little better, but Bowen's still a first round guy. He's not going to win you a league, but it's not the sexy pick, but he's going to get it done.
Yeah,
I'm not too worried about it.
So you must play in a 13 team league. Because you have him at 13 because he's a first round guy. Yeah.
Maybe a typo.
Yo, you gotta be careful, Joe has that table ready, bro.
That's crazy.
Actually, I find it kind of crazy. You like Joao Pedro at 12 ahead of him?
I do like Joao Pedro.
Dang, that seems crazy high to me though.
I know. I was trying to trade for him in my 2 leagues the last week and a half. Yeah, I like him. If he doesn't get hurt, I think he finishes really high this season.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
I still think JP's value is dependent on Palmer and how we set up. Because we saw at the start of the season, he was very frustrating to impatient managers after Gameweek 1.
Yeah. Yes. Correct.
And then what happened?
And then Palmer got injured, and then he exploded because he's playing a slightly different position.
Yeah.
I generally think it's going to fluctuate, and keep an eye on Champions League and all that sort of stuff. That is going to start a whole other domino effect of pain for the next few weeks.
Maybe I have the bias from I saw him banging those goals against Fluminense here in New York. Maybe that's just stuck with me. That's just stuck with me, I think.
And those were some golazos for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Let's move on. So we're going to talk fallers, biggest fallers. And there's 15 on the screen. We do not have to talk about all of these, or we can just gloss over some of them. But let me just run through them for audio listeners so that way people can know what we're talking about. And then whichever ones you all feel like are worth digging into a little bit, we can certainly do that. So Kai Havertz fell 70 places. Carlos Alcaraz fell 60 places. Liam Delap fell 57. Kulusevski fell 50 places. Harry Wilson fell 46. Martinelli down 42. Wan-Bissaka down 39. Raul Jimenez down 36. Nathan Collins down 36. Konate down 35. Murphy and Gittens and Dallo all down 32 spots. Dominic Solanke down 30. And Ryan Cherky down 29. Who entices you on this list? Who do you want to dig into a little bit more?
I kind of like Cherky falling that far, to be honest. This City team looks a mess right now. He looked pretty good. I mean, he got hurt and he's out 2 months, but there's also there was just an international break that's 2 weeks, and there's another international break that's 2 weeks. So he's really only missing 5 games. And a lot of people are just dropping him in leagues or selling him. I think I saw him go for 8 fab in a league, and that fab got that person Sancho. So
wow.
I mean, I'd give 20 fab to just hold him on my bench, something like that.
Interesting. Yeah, he's currently at our consensus rank 88. He is going to be going right after Bruno Guimaraes or Ricardo Calafiori or Lucas Paquetá. Harvey Elliott is right around there. So, I mean, there's still some decent players just in front of guys like Matthias de Ligt, Gabriel Magalhaes, Brian Gruda, Wan-Bissaka, which we can talk about. What do we think? Anyone else on Cherky?
Man, that's a long, even with the international breaks, it's just a long hold. And it's not a long hold for a guy that you obviously know is going to come right back into the side. So to hold for that long and then him be a rotation piece yet again, even if he comes back fit and firing. Yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, I get the upside play, but I don't know. I think I'd rather have the open spot.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's fair. And of course, for those who can see the screen, I mean, these are sorted by how many spots they fell, not by where they are in our rankings. So somebody like Dominic Solanke, much higher than most of these players. But yeah, most of these guys took a pretty massive hit to their value, and draft day value is basically out the window at this point in any trade. And the idea of trading any of them for even close to the value that you got them for is pretty much gone. But let's talk about Solanke quick. I mean, obviously we know, Spurs made some waves in the transfer market the last day, and of course Richarlison's there as well. Do we see him working his way back into the squad, or is this consensus rank of 62 pretty much where you kind of see him settling in?
This is a really tough one. I think we have to see what happens when he's back fit, because we don't really know if Frank really favored Richarlison over Solanke, or if it was just because of the injury. So I think I like Solanke as a hold, because I think there's enough games to be played, and I think he probably is favored over Richarlison, and Richarlison at any point is going to do something stupid or get an injury or something. So I don't think he's really long for this world. Unfortunately, I have Richarlison in a league where I can't trade, so I'm riding it till the wheels fall off. But it would be nice to have Solanke on top of him.
Yeah, I think he'll work his way back in. Richarlison has never shown that he can be the number 9 for a team. And I'm a little potentially worried about Kolo Muani because I'm not sure where he's going to play right now. I assume he's going to take like Brennan Johnson's spot, but we just don't know. But I think I had Solanke a little higher than 62. I think he works his way back. Apparently his ankle injury isn't as bad as it was initially feared. There was like rumors of surgery, but I don't think that's happened. So keep an eye on training this week, and I think he earned his way back in.
Yeah, Dutch, you have him at 45, so I mean, you definitely agree with what you're saying. Your rankings do, that you believe in him a little bit more. Sanjy still got him at 30, so I think Sanjy maybe sees a bounce back for him.
Yeah,
I think we both have him too. I think we both.
Yeah. Okay. So,
I mean, it's exactly what Richard's saying. Is like, assuming that the surgery doesn't happen. I went in with like best case scenario that it's just a few more weeks. He's gonna be eased back in. I mean, we'll see how Frank manages with Champions League as well. And yeah, we mentioned Kolo Muani and what is he going to do with Javi Simmons, and yeah, I mean there's a lot of exciting components to that attack now. That's why I'm still high on Solanke and assuming like he's part of the best 11. I mean, even like the preseason vibe about Frank being so good with his strikers in different teams in past seasons. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue to ride that hope. We'll see what happens in like, I don't know, the next 6 to 8 game weeks if we do ranks again or something like that. Where he kind of moves. Yeah,
no, for sure. Yeah, he's an interesting one. We Promotions asking your all's thoughts on Gittens and your ranking, whether that was due to them bringing in Garnacho or just the fact that he's not been very good for fantasy.
I don't think I ranked him.
Really? At all?
I'm not sure, actually. I don't remember ranking him for some reason.
You didn't?
Yeah.
So let me just run through it quick. So he's 135 in our rankings. Dutch likes him at 142. Sanjay, you did not rank him. Draftlight 138. Robbie did not rank him. Ryan, the highest on him at 98. Toddy 136 and Genie 112.
Ryan, why do you think he's gonna play though?
I'm sorry, I just had to pick up something. Who are we talking about?
Gittens.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was just laziness.
I love that. Refreshingly honest.
That shit happens to me. I'm sorry.
The only reason
sausage making.
The only reason I left him in the top 150 because he was in my list of people to just drop out completely. along with Dwight McNeil. But I kept him in just because I still think, I don't know if Estevao is like a permanent thing, and I do think he'll split time on the left with Garnacho once Europe gets going. I think there will be minutes to grab there. That's the only reason I kept him in the 150.
Sure. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But I was about to drop him out, if that tells you anything.
I mean, I think it says a lot.
I like Gittens,
I was
actually.
not told that I was too high on him.
Damn. Genie, you like him?
Yeah, like, I mean, I put him like 110 or in that range. So, like, that's still like, you know, the tail end of your bench. Like, I'm not dropping him anywhere. I don't have him anywhere. I don't think I'd trade him in. But like Dutch said, there's going to be like Europe. I honestly don't think Garnacho's a good player. I don't know what the heck kind of fee they paid for him. I think this Chelsea team is just lots of injuries in it. Neto's also always an injury risk. Palmer can't stay fit recently. João Pedro's I don't think he's ever played more than 30 games. So Delap is out. There's just a lot of minutes to go around. And I think that like them starting him the first game was just out of desperation because he played the last preseason game. And he's one of those to ease in. And I do think that he will get about, I'd say like 15 starts this season. It's not great, but at the same time, if he's just sitting as your forward 4, like, or forward 3 on your bench, I'd rather hold him than keep adding and dropping. And then, you know, he gets a start against Burnley and, you know, you miss out on those points.
Interesting. I was going to say a guy like that sounds to me like a streamer.
Not on a team that could score goals like that. Chelsea could score goals for sure. And like, I do think he's a great player also. Like if you watch like how he was in like Europe last year and even like in preseason, he looked on it. It's just, you know, I think maybe they realize he just needs like some time to get his feet wet and understand the Chelsea attack. So I kind of like him. But again, I'm not going and selling the ship for him or anything like that. Like if he's on your roster, keep him. If he's on the FA, maybe like pick him up for like 1 or 2 fab. But like it's one of those, just, you know, just see where it goes. There's no need to drop him if you use like an 8th round spot on him right now. Just see how the first 2 weeks of Europe go at least.
I mean, that's fair. Gavin flaming you in comments for holding him on your roster. Would anybody else hold him? Whether or not you believe that he's 112 overall or 98, because Ryan just loves the guy. But but would anybody else hold him on your roster, or is everyone else dropping?
Dropping.
Right now, I feel like I have to defend the guy, but this is my guy. If I had Chelsea, if I needed Chelsea cover, I think I would hold, but otherwise I would drop.
And that's fair. I wonder. I roster Garnacho in one league. I wonder if I would, if I'd even jump at the chance to have him. Gittens. I don't know that I would.
I'd hold Nacho, I think.
No, yeah, Nacho for sure, but Gittens. I'm saying like I already have Garnacho. I wonder if I would jump at the opportunity to have Gittens or not. I don't think I would.
Nah,
that ain't a cuff.
I think Garnacho is going to disappoint everyone. I think he's going to be on the waiver wire by Christmas.
Oh, damn. All right. Well, people are going to be wondering then where we have him ranked. Okay. We have him at 101 overall. Genie, you're the highest on him of everybody.
I have the turntables.
Probably a Ryan type situation.
Everyone should get fact checked live, like across everything.
Yeah.
And I just don't like him. He's such a crap player. He had like I think he had a run of like 10 good games, and that was it in his whole career.
He's got that look, you know.
He does.
He's got the fuckboy look.
He does. He's
got some sort of look.
It doesn't help.
Call it.
Oh, Dutch, did you look up a player of the other player that we said fit into that category? Who was the one that just transferred in? It was the fullback.
Half of Miami growing up, but
well, I mean, the fullback for God, was it Bournemouth or Fulham? I don't remember anyway. But I looked up.
Yeah, Alex Jimenez.
Yeah, yes. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, that's who it is. Yeah, everybody should look up a picture of Jimenez. You're going to be immediately reminded of Garnacho.
I think Wan-Bissaka is too much. I think this 92 is unfair.
Okay, let's talk about him. So yeah, 92 is where we currently have him, and let me just kind of go through that one real quick. So he is
I have him higher.
Consensus 92. You've got him at 68. You're by far the highest on him. 90 for Sanjy. Ryan, you've got him at 103. Genie, you got him at 105.
I just think he got a 1-game break, kind of like to cool off. Sucked against Chelsea. They were like, all right, man, relax. I think he'll be back.
But West Ham suck.
The problem is
they sucked last year.
The problem is they won when Walker Peters came in.
Yeah, but I don't know. Was he their player of the year last year? Like I think they gave him one game.
Yes, he was.
Settled down. He was like a heartbeat of that team last season. He started like almost every game, if not. I think he might have missed like 2 or 3. I think he'll be back into the starting 11. Probably won't score as well as he did last year. I think he was like a top 30 player. But I think around 60, 65 is fine for him. I don't think he should be touching 100.
I mean, yeah, it does feel a little bit knee-jerk to drop him that far. I mean, we're talking like this guy went in like round 4 or 5 in drafts, which maybe was, a bit of a recency bias from just the last season. But yeah, I'm curious. So like Genie, Ryan, you got him in the 100 plus. Just no way back for him.
It's more so just like West Ham are bad. Walker Peters look good. I don't know if he has AFCON. I can't remember. I remember looking it up.
Good question.
He does.
Yeah, he does.
I think he does.
Yeah. So that factored into it too.
Oh yeah, that's a good call.
I don't think like Walker Peters fully keeps a spot, but like, do you really want a rotational West Ham defender? That was my thinking. Like, I think they rotate and stuff, but there's no way Walker Peters gets 1 start the whole season. That's just not going to happen. So I think Wan-Bissaka gets like 25, and then Walker Peters gets the rest. So I'm not trying to have a rotational West Ham defender who's going to be like 8 points per start or something.
That's right. The other thing for me was and it is still early. He could obviously turn it around, but the contrast in ghost points. I mean, he's getting 8, which isn't bad, but
yeah,
to withstand being a West Ham defender, it needs to be like the 10.8 from last season.
Yeah,
or like somewhere close to it. And rotation, AFCON, and 8 ghosts, just not worth it.
I'm gonna say a thing, and you tell me if this is potentially part of it. Is El Hadji Malik Diouf eating into his ghost points?
I don't think so. I think that's like 2 completely different roles. It's just and even Diouf isn't really ghosting like that. He's just getting assists.
He's not.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but like I think his double-digit games are both assists.
That's correct.
9.75 against Sunderland. All ghosts.
With an assist?
6
All
ghosts.
All
6
ghosts.
ghosts per start.
Yeah.
He didn't even until that assist against Forest, he wasn't really doing much. He defends quite well. I sold high on him last week. I think he'll be fine, but I think he can't get an assist every game. Can cross. That motherfucker can cross. Though.
He can cross, man. Yeah, those things are beauties.
But I just felt like this is the time to sell, so I went for it.
I don't know why he's not racking up ACNCs or key passes.
Yeah,
I guess just like the one good ACNC just ends up being
so I watched the Forest game. I didn't watch him in the Chelsea or Sunderland game much, but against Forest, he actually didn't like cross that much. He had that really good cross at the end, but he was kind of pinned back most of the game.
Okay.
I forget who he was dealing with. I think in Doya. But West Ham were defending for a lot of that game. People forget, and then they turned it on at the end.
Right. I mean,
he wasn't joining attack. Yeah, he wasn't joining attacks. It was just kind of frustrating to watch. I was like, damn, like this. I thought this was my guy. And then he put in that sweet cross into Callum Wilson.
Tottenham, Palace, Everton, Arsenal, Brentford, Leeds coming up.
Yeah, the thing is though, if they're doing back four, like he's not gonna be further up the pitch as much as when they were doing wing backs.
Correct. And last week there was a back four, and he was defending a lot more.
Yeah, fair. Well, I just brought him in, so I'm so happy to hear you all say this.
Send him right back out.
What'd you give up for him?
Just fab. I think it was like 30 or something, but I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm happy with it.
Amazing. Yeah, that's really
Yeah,
good.
that's more than fair.
I had to drop O'Reilly and McNeil in one weekend, so I was in a low spot.
That's an okay replacement there.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's good.
It's fine. And yeah. So we'll see. And those waivers run tomorrow. They still haven't run yet. So community league waivers, everybody's still on there. Like all of the big names are still on there. So we're just waiting to see. No.
I gotta set waivers. God damn.
Shouldn't have reminded. Oh wait, I'm not in a league with any of you. Never mind.
Thanks, Joe.
I'm used to being in every league with you, Sanjy.
I traded all my fab in both leagues.
Same.
Nice.
But before the draft started.
That's how to.
Geez, not that, but
that's how you do it.
I'm surprised they
would've
even give you fab to start the season, Genie. Like,
I
people know by now.
I have 4 fab left in a league. I don't remember how or like why, but it's kind of there. I've been offering it out for like the absolute most trash players. I think I offered like 4 fab for Mitchell or something like that, but someone wants it.
They should just evenly distribute Genie's fab amongst everyone else and give him an extra like 6th round pick.
I think it's only fair.
I take that in a heartbeat.
That's amazing. Okay, anybody else on this list that we want to talk about, mention? I feel like most of them are fairly obvious. Harry Wilson, I feel like, is a little bit harsh, but maybe that's just me.
No, it's not. I fell for that guy, and I know better. I know better. It was just like, the 30 goals that he scored preseason. It was just, it was hard to pass up. I had like 3 targets that just got taken in like the 8th or 9th round, right in front of me, and I took him, and I already dropped him. Suffice it to say, but
yeah, he's on waivers.
Yeah,
in one of my
know
leagues.
better. I know better. He either drops a brace every 4 weeks or he does nothing. So, and he's injury prone. Like I know better. So I'm just gotta suck that one up.
I mean, he does have leads. I might just try to roll him out this week and see what happens.
Yeah, if he starts, I think he's still on the wire in both my leagues. So I thought about maybe rolling him out.
Yeah, fair. All right. Raul Jimenez is an interesting one. Just kind of we can quickly talk about him and potentially losing his spot. I think maybe this is a bit of an overreaction personally, but hard to say.
It's kind of funny because last year Muniz was like getting drafted.
Yeah.
And then Raul just sniped that spot.
Right.
And how the opposite happened. I just think it's kind of funny. Not for the players themselves, but for fantasy owners. It's like the opposite. Like if you drafted Muniz last year and were pissed, and then this year we're like, ooh, I got Raul.
I drafted him everywhere last year. Yeah, I had Muniz in every league. I
had Muniz too.
I was like, this is one of my late round guys that I'm gonna snake him, and it's gonna be.
Had those 2 good ghost games to start the season. I was like, let's go.
But speaking
it's a bit tough. I think Raul will get minutes. I think they'll just him and Muniz are going to split all year, unfortunately. Yeah. And unless one gets hot, which we haven't seen it happen yet. That's what we're going to see. So if you want to do that coin flip, go for it.
They both look trash at the moment, so there's not a whole lot to really parse between the two of them.
Who would you rather hold? Because my answer is neither. I mean, I guess the one that Muniz, if you have him right now.
Damn.
Yeah,
suppose.
so-
I mean, yeah, I suppose.
I'd probably go neither with Dutch.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't want to have either.
the forward pool is thinning
Definitely
out
neither.
quickly.
Yeah, I don't want either.
I got one forward, and I'm not picking either of them up.
That's why I bought Mateta in one league. I was like, I need a forward.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. I mean, have you guys noticed that though? We came into it like, man, actually, forward's not nearly as bad as we thought it would be. Like, this is kind of great. You know, you can get some good value late in drafts, and that has dried up very quickly.
Yeah, man.
All right, nice. Anybody else from this list that we want to touch on before we move on to biggest risers?
Just pouring one out for Alcaraz. I mean, he was the draft darling coming into the draft.
They did him so dirty.
Yeah, he was inflated.
He won the U.S.
then,
Open.
And now he's just like,
He'll be fun. You can't be an Everton starter and win the U.S. Open.
Yeah, it's true. But honestly,
Now
like,
they,
what a waste, man. Like, he could have gone anywhere. I mean, I imagine maybe he got some assurances. It just seems so silly that he would choose Everton and not be able to play. He's such a good young talent.
Weird team to build up so much depth without any Europe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like,
Yes.
yeah, they got a chance to go deep in the Carabao Cup or something, but
Right. It doesn't make any sense.
weird.
That's very strange. Ryan, do you want to, like, 15 seconds? Do you want to? No, I was going to say Martinelli.
I'll do both. I'll do both
Okay.
real quick. Yeah, Martinelli has looked pretty bad. Obviously, the fact that we kept Trossard and brought in Eze means that his days are numbered, and the fact that when he has seen the pitch, he hasn't looked great. So I think he's going to have a rough season. So not surprised to see that precipitous drop. Yeah, I wasn't really high on him coming into the season. Unfortunately, he's just like one of those players who looked like he was just going to keep going up and up and up. He was such a great young talent, and it's just kind of been stuck in the mud. Just does a lot of great work and dribbling, but just doesn't keep his head up, and he's just so frustrating on the counter because he doesn't see the pass and he doesn't have much of his end product on the wing. So he's just been a very frustrating player. And yeah, I mean, I think that's why we've been clamoring for a left wing upgrade. And I think Eze is ultimately going to be that guy. So he'll see some rotational starts, but he's not the guy on the left anymore. And I just hope that he at least kind of regains some form coming on as a super sub or in Cup or some European cameos, because I still love the guy. There's a player in there, but he needs to crack on, and he hasn't. So not surprised there.
Yeah.
Tough with the injury because he looked like a beast coming into the season, and I liked the competition that was gonna be happening with Gyökeres. So we'll see what happens when he comes back. There's still really nothing definitive when he does. I think it's still going to be a couple months, but as Genie said, with the 2 international breaks, he might not miss as much as we thought. I was very close to dropping him in a league, but I held, and I think at this point I will hold unless it's needs longer than expected. But I think he'll ultimately get some starts and do well. It's just going to be a frustrating hold. But
yeah. But I mean, we've talked about the landscape at forward 4. I mean, it's like, would you rather hold? Would you rather hold him, or I mean, take your pick of any of the forwards so far that have flopped? Would you rather hold him or Jamie Gittens? Would you rather hold him or Danny Welbeck, Jaden Anthony, Dan and Doy? Like, I mean, it's just like
He's got the most upside of that crop that you mentioned, but yeah, they're all frustrating.
Yeah. And he's ranked, by the way, he's ranked ahead of all of them at 113. No, sorry, 116. Okay. And that's largely due to Dutch ranking him at 87.
Kai?
Yeah.
All right. you wanna own up to that? All right.
He's completely racked with shame. That's fair.
I'm not sure what I was thinking at the moment.
I'm clean.
I'm sure I had a good reason.
I'm sure you did.
How long is he out for?
A couple months, probably.
Yeah, he'll be back. He'll be fine.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and I get panned for a healthy Gittens.
Right. Exactly.
Yes.
The problem is you admitted it too soon. I think that was it.
I'm an honest chap.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. Biggest risers. Let me run through these quick so audio listeners can hear. You're going to notice a lot of new names here because this is obviously going to be folks who went from 200 plus, aka not ranked, to finally being ranked because of transfers. So that's why you're going to hear a lot of these names. But yeah, just that's the reason why. Oh man, I messed up the slide. Sorry, I didn't put how much they have risen, but I can get that information for you. Bear with me 1 second. Anyway, we have Xavi Simons. We have Anton Stock, which is really interesting. He's sprinkled in here amongst the new transfers, but he is certainly not a new transfer and one that we should for sure talk about. Nick Voldemad, Estevao, interesting one. Randall Colomawani, Richarlison, I think we all probably know why that is. Jeremy Pino, Oscar Bob, Harvey Elliott, Ricardo Calafiore, Matthias de Ligt, Trevor Chalobah. Is he still the highest scorer in the league at this point?
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
Trevor Chalobah, most fantasy points in the entire league. Rodrigo, Frankie Muniz, we just talked about him. At Jack Grealish, of course, and then one lad just named Kevin. All right, let's talk about Anton Stock because I'm in love.
What a lad! What a ledge! Well, I mean, what else is there to say?
Right,
guy does everything and gets points. Like, pick one of the best value draft picks of the season
so far. Yeah, it's looking really good. Yeah, and the schedule looks really good. Fulham, Wolves, Bournemouth, Spurs, Burnley, West Ham. Right, it's just slot him in, takes corners. He's tall as heck.
Yeah,
takes
a long shot. I mean, shit.
I started him in that Arsenal fixture actually on purpose. It was great. I saw the score at the end of the day. And I was like, oh man, what a lad! Like I would have taken 8 points, but yeah, the 11 was 11.25 or something like that in the end.
Yeah, it was 6.25.
No, it was 6. 11 was.
Was it
Newcastle.
You're thinking of the Newcastle game.
All right. Okay.
The prejudice of low expectations.
Yeah, I still started him. I think I start him every week since I've had him. Yeah.
He's set and forget for sure.
100%. Yeah, I'm really glad. He's like, he wasn't even in our rankings. It's really nice.
Okay, so this is where I should mention. You'll be happy to know I didn't fuck up this slide. This is actually how many spots that these players rose in our rankings. So because if you picture, we only rank 150. Basically the rankings go up to 200, and so these are all players that weren't ranked essentially, and then are now appearing in the ranking. So for Xavi Simons to go up 170, yes, okay, that actually makes sense. So yeah, what you're seeing is actually how many spots they rose
from 200. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a quick 3 numbers. 4-3-3. What are those numbers?
A formation.
Right.
Those are Anton Stoch's key passes this season in 3 games. 4-3-3.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's real cool. And Arsenal and Newcastle were 2 of those games. He had 3 in each of those. So
he's great.
Now it's going to get better because he's playing. He's the first game was Everton, 24 point and a quarter. And then he plays 2 tough teams, still does well, and now he has a nice little run, including this weekend against Fulham. So, good job on you if you grab him.
You could probably still get him for like somewhat cheap, to be honest. Like, I've tried to trade him out, and like people are like, the best offer I got for him was like Dan and Doy, and I was like, I'm good.
What? Damn it!
Is he the new Pascal Gross? Maybe.
So I feel like people just still think this is like a flash in the pan. It's Leeds United, like whatever. So if you could still get him for cheap, he's definitely a must trade in at this point.
Maybe a home league where people are like, they're not really 100% sure what's going on.
Yeah.
Even
guide them.
He's fantastic.
Him or Savio.
Who?
I think I still want Savio.
Yeah, me too.
But because it's super close. It's super close. But there's uncertainty with Savio. And I think
but Stock is like your mid-4, mid-5. Like he was your extra guy that becomes your starter now. So I think I'd go Savio.
It's team dependent. Savio's your upside play that probably won't see as many starts as Stock. I mean, Stock might. I mean, if he doesn't get hurt, he's going to start 38, 36, 37 games. But
for sure.
I think in where I took a lot of people took Savio, and the reason you took Savio wasn't for weekly play; it was for the upside play. So, I slightly prefer Savio, but I wouldn't be surprised if Stock finished above him in points.
Ooh. Ryan, you are the highest of any of us on Anton Stock. For Savio, you have him just 4 spots above Stock, but you're the only one who has Stock in the 40s. Everyone else has him 50s or 60s, whereas Savio, Genie likes him at 38. Toddy's got him at 45. You've got him at 41. Robbie at 40, and Dutch 33.
Oh,
Stotch?
No, Savio. Sanjy, you're 53. Sorry, I didn't.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm happy with that. Oh my god, I was like, Jesus.
I think it's FOMO mostly. I have not been able to get Gameweek 1 out of my mind. That was the one where I lost because I went Keane over Kawafuri and Chalaba, and instead of picking up Stock for the Monday game, I just stuck with him because I wanted to do the double Everton clean sheet, which was taken away by a bullshit non-existent penalty. I didn't get him in either league, so I'm very pissed off about that. But I mean, the production's there. He's. I always talk about this in the overvalued article about the fact that you don't need to draft these promoted players. The gems just kind of come out, and he did, and I just wasn't able to get him on the wire, and I'm just kicking myself for that. But I mean, there's no reason why he can't produce this type of production every week because he has the sets and the tools to do it, and he's just one of those guys that helps win you a league. And I'm just upset that I wasn't able to get him in any league, and so I'm thinking about actually packaging Savio for him. So I'm just kind of bouncing ideas off. So I think he's just one of those guys you're gonna want to have on the roster.
Yeah, for sure. God, I would be stoked to have him, as you say, Sanjy, as my forward 4 or 5. My God, sign me up for that all day. That sounds just incredible.
Mid.
Oh yeah, sorry, mid. Yeah. As you can see, I don't have him anywhere, so it's very, very unfortunate. He was going to be the other player I was hopefully getting for that 30 fab, but the manager made a much better trade than I was going to give him. So
I mean, now is a great opportunity to get him as well because, for example, like DPL, we've got waiver run with all the shiny toys and everything like that. I mean, if you get one of the shiny toys, you could probably use them as bait for a known quantity like Stock, right?
Yes, for sure. Absolutely. Draft Pie bringing up
like Richarlison or some crap because no one values stats still.
Yeah, totally agree. Draft Pie bringing up an interesting point. Just talking about winning leagues and how your team needs stacks and your team also needs Savios, like set and forget guys and then high upside guys. And he's totally right. I love that. Yeah, I mean, Stock is one of those guys that provides like the spine of your team. And he's not boom or bust. He's going to give you just like very, very straightforward, dependable points, which is awesome. All right, cool. What else, guys? Who else you want to talk about here?
Grealish. The transfers in are quite obvious. Like, I feel like, I mean, you knew these guys were going to rise a lot,
right?
But I mean, Jack Grealish, like a lot of people, they took shots on him and kind of like round 7s to 10, right? And now he's showing like round 3, round 4 value. So
totally
good on you. He looks free. He looks free. He looks like he kind of just they're gonna let him do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
The other guys in that front line also look quite fun. And it looks like Everton look like they're gonna have a good time. I don't know where they're gonna finish, but I mean they don't have a striker that's like reliable. Defenders are a couple of wing backs I'm not too sure about, but they look fun, man. Between him and Jai, Drewsbury Hall, it's quite a little party right there, and he's leading it.
Yeah, totally. I mean, you see him all over the pitch. I mean, I think he does have that free reign, and he's enjoying football. You can tell again. I mean, he's just, it's a heartwarming tale. I honestly, you cannot root against the guy. It's fantastic. It's so cool to see. He's consensus rank 32. Ryan loves him at 19, which honestly, I don't know that I can disagree with. What does he have, like 17 assists in 3 games?
Give or take.
Yeah. Draft Lad's got him at 25. Sanjy, you like him at 24, so not too far behind Ryan, and then everyone else has him in the 30s.
Returns to Birmingham this weekend. Plays Villa.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think he's good enough to be a round 2 pick, basically.
Yeah, he's looking like that, like 2-3 value right now for sure.
I buy that.
Which is where, we put him at 32. So that's like, what is that, like mid round 3? Yeah, that sounds about right.
I buy that.
I mean, I think like people also need to temper their expectations and obviously realize he's not going to get 2 assists every game.
Nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It's fun to see so far.
Let's really quickly let's just look around him. So like directly above him in our rankings is Alex Iwobi.
That makes sense.
At this
I
point,
would much rather have Grealish.
I was gonna say at this point, give me Grealish.
Yep.
Man, I want nothing to do with Iwobi. I probably have him so low.
You do. You have him at 51.
And that was me being nice, so I didn't get screwed. I don't want anything to do with that guy.
Yeah,
that's a bit harsh on the guy.
Nice. He's probably a great guy to like.
It's the same team as last year.
I just think that he had too good of a year to repeat. That's
it exactly. It's like it feels like he peaked last season.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But where was he last season? Where did he finish in scoring?
I mean, he was top 20 for sure.
He was like 10 points per start, I think. But he also had like 10 goals and like at least
he was
12 plus assists. Yeah, he's not getting 10 goals
12 score. I think let's just assume he had 9 goals, 6 assists. Like if he drops to 30, that's still fine. It's where he got drafted.
Yeah, but was he 12th because other people were crap?
Yeah,
as in other people on his team or other people around him?
Or other people in the player pool?
Maybe. Maybe. I just think the team's still. I think it's the same exact Fulham team, and I think he'll finish top 30 again. But that being said, I would rather have Grealish. I think I would rather have Grealish. I think right now, I think I ranked will be higher, but thinking about it, I think I'd rather have Grealish.
I mean, yeah, and the guys above him, you can't really argue, but I mean, I would say he finds himself in pretty elite company already for this being our first set of rankings this season. So, I mean, if you look above Iwobi, you're looking at guys like Matoma, Damsgaard, Simons, Fernandez, Diallo, Neto, Gordon, Minte.
He
like
belongs. He belongs in that group.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's the best of the group, and I don't know if he'll finish the highest of the group, but he's in that conversation. And people were getting him around 8-9, so good on you.
Yeah.
I think I'd trade a Wobie for Stature. I don't know. That one's like so close to me. I probably have them ranked side by side, but I'd probably I don't know. I'm just not a fan of a Wobie this year. His ghosts look non-existent, and all these new guys like a Wobie will still start, but you know he could get hooked at like 60 minutes each game, 70 minutes each game, something like. Has he gone 90 yet this year?
It will be. I'm not sure. Let me see.
I know the first game he got hooked.
He usually does.
Like he was the first.
Yeah,
guy.
he went 19 the second game.
First
And-
game, he was like the first guy off. I remember watching that.
And 83 against Chelsea, but he had minus 0.5. Good God.
Good for
Yeah,
him.
he's averaging
Good.
5 ghosts per start. It's bad.
Oh,
Yeah, I think I would change my rankings and put Stats just above him. To be honest.
damn.
Yeah.
As far as Grealish is concerned, if any guys in my league listen to this, they'll have heard this ad nauseum already. He is my number one example that I bring up when I talk about how much I hate slow drafts. So we were in like round 7 or 8 of our slow draft, and of course you can take as long as you want to. So some guys up to pick, and the news breaks about Grealish, and so basically it becomes okay. We're in a slow draft. This incredible, really, really like consequential news breaks, and it just all that matters at that point is whose turn it is, whose turn it is, and how long they want to take to act on the news that just broke, because we have this draft that's lasting a week. It was it was bullshit.
Same thing happened in both of my slow drafts. Like I was like 3 turns away, and I was like, "Oh, I'll take Grealish," and then
Yeah.
same kind of thing. It's like, "Oh, there he is."
And that was 4 rounds after I took McNeil. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, slow drafts suck.
Yeah.
Press your leagues to not do them.
Amen, brother.
All right, we talked about munis. Sanjy, as the resident Chelsea fan, do you want to jump in on Chalobah?
Amazing. Best player in the game. Go get him now. I mean, to be honest, like, I think he was also a great draft day value pick, because I think when drafts were wrapping up, the news about Levi's injury came out about it's pretty much a season-ending one.
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
it was obviously a very small sample size from last season, but there were a few games that Chalo dominated the ghosts and the points when Levi wasn't playing, and this was like in combinations with Tosin, etc., whatever. So after that news came out, I was like, yeah, give me Chalo. Like,
Yeah.
he will soak up the ghosts every now and then. He'll get an attack and return. I mean, the assist for the penalty was obviously fluke, like it's luck, let's call it that. But and it felt like towards the end of last season as well, we were looking a little tighter defensively. Obviously, Sanchez is still a nightmare between the sticks, but I do feel like we're gonna get more clean sheets than people expect. So yeah, I think it's a great pick to have, and this is why, like, even in preseason and stuff like that, I was very happy to wait until like round 9 and later for my first few defenders, because look, we're seeing all the value now. Obviously, across the season, it's probably going to even out, and some of the fullbacks are going to score better in some game weeks, but. Yeah, I think Chalo is a great addition, and Tosin is probably free in your leagues, and you know what? He's not a bad alternate option.
That's what Haroon is saying in chat right now. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And only one goal conceded for Chelsea so far, and they have a really good start to the season. They have Brentford this weekend, so
Could be another clean sheet.
yeah.
Their dream start to the season is concluding at this point. So we will see what they're truly made of, I feel like. So that'll be good.
Yeah. I wanted
Shalom,
to ask. I wanted to actually ask you about or get the panel's view about Calafiori. Because I feel like I might have been lowest on him. I just don't I don't trust the ghosting the ability of any of the Arsenal defenders, and I might be wrong. I haven't looked at the numbers for every single one of them this season, but typically they just strike me as a defense that doesn't ghost well. I know he can get attack returns and stuff, but yeah, I was just wondering why are people high on him or highish.
I mean, he's the 3rd overall scorer thus far, so kind of like giving a little Chalobah-like run. You're right about the ghosts; they're only about 6-ish, but they're going to be a clean sheet machine this season. And yeah, he's just an attacking menace. So he's going to get a fair amount of attacking returns. So you can deal with the mediocre ghost if he's getting some returns and a fair amount of clean sheets. So I think that's the upside. The schedule turns in a few weeks. I mean, Forest at home is a nice matchup, but then getting Newcastle and City out of the way, and then it's a nice stretch after that. So
really
you're
nice.
Gonna want to have him for that. So I mean, that's the pro Calafiori narrative. I think everybody was surprised, particularly Arsenal fans that watched Lewis Skelly kind of nail down that role last season. Have been surprised that he just started game week 1 and isn't looking back. He was very injury prone last season, and I don't think he ever got a full run out, and now he is. And yeah, he's a great player. So it's looking like Lewis Skelly will be deputizing him. So yeah, I'm pretty bullish on him despite the lack of ghosts.
Nice.
Fair enough.
I like it.
I think the lit is worth quick mention. I think that has just a ghosting machine. I think he's like averaging at least like 11 or 12 ghosts a game. United still have United type tendencies, but a new keeper's in, so I'm not expecting like a world class change or anything. But if they could continue to just concede like at most 2 goals, I think he will be like at least a top 10 defender, if not better. Like a bad score against Burnley, like that's okay because United did like dominate the ball and Burnley just scored on the counters. But against City, I'm not benching him against City. I think it's he's set and forget for me. I think he's a fine play this week. I think you're right. Yeah, he's underrated on these lists. I think he was still like a free agent in some leagues in game week 2. Not if you're in a league with me. I drafted him like round 9 or something everywhere. But yeah, he's still only 76% rostered, which is kind of crazy to me. But
I grabbed him in both my leagues. Yeah. He's better. He's better against teams that pressure them. He's better against teams that put them under pressure, which is, that's what you want in your center backs in fantasy. So nice. All right, we won't have a ton of time for this, guys, but some biggest disagreements here, which I think are interesting. So you're on the left of these players' names, you're going to see their ranking. Just to the right of their names, you'll see the highest rank for them, and then the far right column will be the lowest rank. So I think it's interesting to see the disparity between the rankings, and we can pick a couple that we want to really hone in on and kind of mention. So first of all, Daniel Munoz comes in at 14. The lowest we've got him is 32. Morgan Gibbs-White at 18. Lowest is 35. Yankuba Minte comes in at 19. Lowest is 36. Ollie Watkins, 21. Lowest is 35. Amad Diallo, talked about him just a little bit earlier. 24. Lowest is 43. Enzo Fernandez, 27. Lowest 46. Alex Iwobi, 31. We talked about him. Lowest 51. Cody Gakpo, interesting one, 34 overall, highest at 13, lowest at 53.
Gotta be Genie.
I'm the 13. The 53 is a disgrace. Oh God, I need to know who that is though.
Munoz at 32 is kind of nuts. I think.
All right, hold on. Let me finish. Okay, Phil Foden comes in at 38, lowest 60. Jeremy Frimpong, 55, lowest 96. Alexis McAllister, 75, lowest 115. Maxence Lacroix, put some respect on his GD name. He's second in scoring in the entire league. 81, lowest 122. Kevin, 98, lowest 148. Dan Byrne, 111, lowest. Ryan, not ranked. And then Crescencio Somerville, 127, lowest, not ranked by several people. Okay, let's go back to
4.
Let's go back to Munoz. You said Munoz at 32 is not great in your eyes.
Yeah, no, he's done fine. He's I don't think he's scored below 10 points yet.
Well, that's,
right?
you got it. You would like to have a word with Sanjy then.
Yeah, why'd you have him at 32?
What did I do?
You have Daniel Munoz at 32.
Oh, yeah. I still think he's a great pick. I don't know. I feel like second round was just way too high for me. Yeah.
I mean that makes sense, but
I mean, like they still have they have to play in Europe and stuff like that. I mean,
True.
yes, he's a fitness monster, but I mean, he's human at the end of the day. So
people also forget he's like 27 or something, isn't he?
Or is he actually? He
He's-
looks a lot older than he is then.
Well, he just broke into the scene, and so people kind of think that he's like this new find, this young player, but he's definitely not.
Yeah. I mean, like 32 isn't like terribly low by any means.
I'm sorry, he's 29.
Oh yeah, there you go. That sounds about
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think 32 is terribly low. Like that's just outside. That's like what, middle of third round? Is that, if I can do math? Which I
mean,
probably can't.
ish. Yeah, middle late. I mean, yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not blasphemous. I don't think. I think people are just kind of boiling in his production from last year and thinking there's really no reason why he can't repeat.
Yeah, I don't know. I expected a drop off from last season, like not a massive one, but yeah, I still stand by it. Come on,
that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Just the paltry 13.3 fantasy points per game so far. So
terrible.
Drop
him. Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
think Minte probably rose a little too much here now.
Give him up for a
Nah, bro, Minter passed that eye test, fam. I say that. Oh my God,
I
Joe's
think
gonna
he
pull up
rose
the
a
ranks and, like,
little
compare
too
me.
much. I think he rose a little too much. I think he's still fine, but I think I'm the 36.
3.5 against Fulham, 14, 12.
Yes, you are the 36, Dutch.
Yeah.
He was great against City, like at the Amex. I thought he was amazing to watch IRL. Yeah, I think he's just gonna kick on from last season, to be honest.
And of course, you're the highest on this one, Sanjay. Is it just going to be you and Dutch arguing the whole time? Is this?
Maybe.
No,
I gotta
there's
do
definitely some
17.
Genie. There's some Genie takes. There's some Genie.
17 would be like,
Yeah,
what is that, like
right.
late, that's like middle of the second? Like
It feels high for me too, man. It really
I think
does.
middle. I think he was drafted late third. I think early third now is fine.
Where do I have him, Joe?
You have him
25-ish.
at 26.
Yeah, that's right. That's about
Minta? Where do I got him?
Yeah.
Mente, Genie, you're at 26 as well.
Yeah.
right, baby.
I mean,
Hang on.
I take comfort in seeing that Draftlat has him at 18 and Robbie has him at 19. So
The draft lad loves Brighton.
He does.
Yeah,
True,
that's true.
He does. He does.
He's got a soft
He is
spot.
a
He's got a
seagull.
soft spot for Brighton.
Not as much
I think
as
if you
Harvey
average
Elliott.
this,
his goal gang.
I think like 25 is good for him. But I definitely think he definitely looks good. So good on him. And he's not injured. He came off with Gambia and he was off the bench yesterday. So we're good. He's not hurt.
Yeah, I just think like I don't know, man. I just think you got Eze at 15, and so if we're in a draft, 4 picks later, you're gonna take Minte.
No, please.
Like yeah, I don't know, and I know that's not exactly how ranks work. I'm just saying it doesn't feel right. Nice. Okay, cool. So, we mentioned, or at least there was some fervor around Gakpo when I mentioned him. So high of 13, Genie, you will have to answer for that. But then, of
Obviously.
course, low of 53.
What?
which is quite interesting.
Who put him there?
Give me 1 second. I'm pulling it up.
Was it me? I bet it was me.
It was you. It was you.
Oh
We could
my
have a
God, Dutch.
head-to-head battle right now.
Ryan at
Oh.
43 though, so I mean, also Ryan's kind of low on him. Yeah.
No, that's fair.
I think I was second highest.
Yeah, you were 22. So Genie
He's-
13.
He's losing a shit ton of minutes of Isaac.
You think so?
No.
Yeah.
No
What?
chance.
Nah, I think that's Ekatike, bro.
Genie-
I think Gakpo's the best left wing in the league right now. Like, there's no. I
Oh.
don't think there's a player better than him right in that position in the EPL right now. So I don't know why Slot would drop him. He's gone like 90 every game. He has a goal and 2 assists. He's like one of their. Honestly, he's played way better than Salah this year. Sozblai, or however you say his name, my boy wasn't so good. I'd say
Soboslai.
Gakpo's been their best player outside of him. So it just, I think Isak is going to take a few weeks to start. So it's going to be the same lineup for now. And then when it comes time for that, there's going to be a lot of rotation. Maybe at that point, like, we're getting closer to AFCON. So, Salah might come off early to try and see some new formations with him gone. But, Gakpo last year, he started 23 games. I think this year he'll start 28. That's my prediction. And he'll be like 14 PPS at the worst. He's just too good, man. He's on something different this year. He is their best attacker, in my opinion.
Damn. Okay.
I think
wow.
I think Ekatike. I think I think he's really good. Maybe I ranked him a little too low, but I think Ekatike's look just as good. And I don't see I see Slot fitting him in somehow too. And I feel like it's going to be between the two of them losing minutes.
I don't know, man. Ekatike just still looks raw to me. I think a couple of his returns were lucky. Like,
I mean, you could say that, but like, you can only luck into so many goals. Like, he's been fantastic. He's been far better.
Really good in the build-up.
He's been far better than any number 9 we've had for a fucking decade. Like,
yeah,
I just don't see him getting dropped just like that. Maybe he gets Champions League. Because I think there's Champions League next week, so maybe that. I think, dude, for the next podcast, it's gonna be a lot of information because we're gonna have like Champions League lineups.
Yeah,
and that's gonna get us a lot of questions answered.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
But that's what you're saying is like Ekatike is great number 9 and Isak's the 9. So why do you think Gakpo's gonna not play on the left?
I think they're gonna try to fit in Ekatike. I think he might go out wide.
He's still young, man. Let Gakpo's on something this year. Like, Salah's leaving soon too. Like, just, man, I can't see Gakpo being benched. Like, if he goes on a stretch of like 5 games where he's absolute crap, which could happen for sure, but like, man, he is their player right now. Their attack.
Yeah, I mean, and like nice plug for Genie's article as well, the trade advice one that we did this game week. He speaks about Gakpo and why you should possibly trade him in. So
nice.
Go check that out.
I tried to give up Eze for Gakpo today, and I got
declined
instantly.
I would have taken you up on that every day of the week.
I even offered Eze +1.
What? Wow.
And in another league, I offered Bowen +1, but I could see why that got rejected.
I mean, somebody in the community told me that Grealish is a better asset than Haaland. So,
no, I don't know about all that, but
Come on,
like hot takes, and then we just need to calm down a little bit.
Yeah. All right, so we got time for maybe 2 more of these guys if we want to talk through them. Chat is clamoring for a little bit of Frimpong talk if we want to. Who has a child in the background that is making noise? Is that yours? I mean, that would make sense that you have a child in the background.
What would give that away? The fact that
it sounded like someone. It sounded like someone like coming home and like coddling the child. Do I have that right, Ryan?
I mean, stay out of my business.
Hey, Julie.
I just turned off mute. I was enjoying my freedom to speak. Frimpong, I think he was a waste of a pick. I don't see.
Ooh.
I know it's early, but the injuries, I don't see where he's getting his points from. I think he'll be pretty attacking return dependent. So I'm pretty low on him. And I know Joe's going to say that now I'm like the highest in the ranks somehow. But
Oh, I was the lowest guy on Frimpong. Lovely. I agree now.
Highest is, and this is actually interesting. It's not all that. There's not that much of a disparity until you bring Sanjy into the mix. Like Sanjy is playing the Genie card here. So Draft Lad and Dutch highest at 52. Ryan, you're at 57. Genie, you're at 64. Sanjy, 96.
Yeah.
I think we just got to see what happens. Like, I kind of agree with Ryan. Like, it's a bit concerning. That's why I put him in the 60s. But like, if I'm not trying to trade him hit and I'm not trading him out, it's just one of those like, man, you just don't know with the way like slot keeps moving players around and stuff. Like, there is rumors. Like, I mean, this is like the dark web of Liverpool fan Twitter or whatever. That he could be like playing right wing and during the AFCON spell and like come on for minutes for Salah in the next little bit.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
If that happens, I'm not trading him in. I just got to hold him and just, figure out 11 players until he gets that stretch. Because obviously that stretch he'll be money. But until then, he'll be pretty damn frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah.
They also look like conceding a lot of goals.
Yeah.
So
Right.
the clean sheets, I think, and he's going to be an early sub with Bradley shoring it up.
Yeah, for sure that. And Ibu maybe can get his head out of his ass. We'll see.
He sucks, man. This
He
year,
looked good. He looked good last match, but fantasy wise, he's not great.
Is there any chances Leone kid gets a shot?
I can't see it, but maybe.
Okay.
I just can't see it. He's so young. He's so raw. I mean, he's talked about as like, an up and comer, next big thing kind of. I mean, yeah, it's like when people would talk about
Bacitic.
Well, or Rio. Like, why aren't they starting Rio? It's like, dude, he's a 16-year-old. What are you talking about? So yeah, I don't see it, but maybe in like a cup match, but otherwise I don't think so.
Fair.
Okay. Chad is asking for either Watkins or Fernandez. I will let you I will let you all decide.
Ooh, Enzo?
Oh,
yeah.
Well, you know where I stand already, so I'm not even gonna bother.
I think, I do think Watkins is gonna get. I mean, dude, they haven't scored a goal. Like, they're gonna score eventually, but it's way closer than it was. Like, I mean, Enzo was around 3-4, and Watkins was top 15 pick in a lot of leagues. So it's definitely that gap's closed, but I still think I prefer Watkins slightly.
We have Enzo at 26 consensus. Lowest on him is Genie at 46. Highest,
oh my
surprise,
God.
Sanjy at 18.
Yeah, F him.
46.
Watkins doesn't have a backup, and they have Europa. Like, there's no one to take his spot. You know what I mean? Like, Gasson isn't going to take it. So, like, Watkins is going to see a shit ton of minutes if he doesn't get hurt.
Yeah, but this is Enzo. 26 consensus rank. Genie's at 46. Sanjy at 18. Dutch, you like him at 23. As far as Watkins goes, though, 21. Sanjy, you like him at 14. You're the highest. And Ryan is actually the lowest at 35.
Ooh,
That's
I
generous,
think I have
man.
him around. I have him around 35.
That's generous?
33.
He's been horrific.
Yeah, he's been terrible.
And this is the soft part of the schedule.
Yeah. No, I don't. I don't disagree at all.
He needs some Grealish in his life.
He really does. All right. Yeah, Watkins, man. I mean, you just hold out hope, I suppose. I mean, there's
No,
not a
he'll get
whole-
better. He'll come around.
Villa
They
have no
They
goals.
haven't scored.
It's not him I'm worried about. It's that whole team.
Yeah.
They haven't scored a goal. But like I said, there's no backup. And
Sancho will
he's
sort
going to
it.
see minutes.
Sancho will sort it.
Sancho.
Yeah, he'll
says-
galvanize the squad. If
Like him and Elliot, if they're really
Passes
relying on those
prologue.
two to come in, Elliot and his 15 PPS will change the world for Villa.
All right. Well,
That team's concerning.
let's.
Oh, hold on. Who's owning up to that 64 Somerville?
Oh, all right. Hold on.
If you tell me it's me, I'm gonna fucking leave.
Is that a Genie take? Is that a Genie
No,
take?
no, I
No,
don't
that
even know if
is
I ranked
Sanjy.
Yeah, that might
Shock.
Brother.
I don't even
Yo,
think
what's
I
up?
ranked them.
What's up?
Explain. 2
Two
assists in
know.
garbage time.
Yeah, why not? Like they do need I mean, if they're gonna play this back four, it opens up a spot for a midfielder or / winger. Fulkrug is crocked. Callum Wilson is old. If they push Bowen up top, there's a chance he could come into that into one of those wings. So I'm going with a lot of hope, and yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
We do ranks again, right? At some point, so I can correct this if it goes horribly wrong.
Yeah. I mean, yes. We will do ranks again. You're right. Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Horribly
correct.
wrong.
All right. Well, we'll move on from rankings. Remembering the wise words of One Draft Genie, Sancho will sort it. Sancho will.
I don't even know if I ranked Sancho. Oh, I did.
Man,
120
from 1 to unranked.
to 120. I have him in the same bracket as Nordy, Mukiele, and Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah.
So,
You're
good company.
You're the
Good
only one who
company.
ranked him, which I find interesting. So,
Who ranked
I
who?
mean,
Sancho.
like
Yeah.
at that point when you're looking at Calvert-Lewin, you gotta at least like throw a punt in there,
Right.
you know.
No, that's fair. I think Sancho will play at least a little bit. I don't know. All right, Gameweek 4 streamers. Let's talk streamers. Let's get people out of here. We've already been bantering on, droning on. I don't know for quite a while, but good rankings discussion, guys. Let's go streamers, and we'll get people back to their regularly scheduled programs. Dutch, I believe you got in first. Is that right?
I literally have a Facebook Marketplace meetup in 20 minutes too. So
Nice. Let's do
I have
this.
I have a third one.
I got bath time, so same
Man
thing.
is
Trying
just
to
selling all of his possessions.
I'm trying to raise money for a Switch too. Anyways,
Nice.
Mosquera should start this weekend against Forest. Arsenal are good. Arsenal know how to keep clean sheets. Forest just switched managers, and Arsenal are at home. Mosquera could be a solid play. We don't have a good idea of his ghost, unfortunately. I'm not sure what he was doing back in when he was at Valencia, but he should be a solid play this weekend. I bet he's available in your league. Gruda, he has to start this weekend. He's looked very well. He's very good. Matt O'Reilly's gone. They're playing Bournemouth, who have kept, I think, 2 clean sheets, who also look good defensively, but Gruda has shown that he can ghost. So I think he's a fine play, and if you picked him up there in this IB, good on you. I think he's going to be really good. I don't see a world where he doesn't start. I think Gruda goes back up top, and he's right behind him. Semenyo, yeah, I like the game.
Ooh.
I like the matchup against Leeds. I think he ghosted 7 last game, and yeah, I think he's a fine play this week. I think he's under-owned a little bit, and Leeds should be a good matchup. I think they're in Fulham, so I like to play. I saw his roster percentage, and I thought it was quite low, so that's why I included him. And then Isidore, I had called him out in waivers last week. I think he gets the nod over after the game winner. I think he'll get against Brentford. He'll get the game against Palace, who just lost. They lost Wharton and they lost Sarr, which might just make him a little not as good.
Yeah.
And I think Mayenda hasn't done enough to earn his spots. I think Isidore, is he a forward play for the rest of the season? Probably not.
Yeah.
But Sunderland still have a good schedule left in this little run to start their season. And if you need a 9, if you need a forward, you could do worse than Isidore this week if he starts. And I think he will. So those are my 4.
Palace, Villa, and Forest coming up under
should be
new under new management.
And we haven't seen what he can ghost in a start. Maybe he's good. We'll see.
Yeah, true. All right, I love it. Sanjy.
Yo, I just want to say I love that Isidore shout, by the way.
Nice.
He had a baby girl as well recently, I think. I don't know if that matters, but yeah.
Baby girl during IB, he had a baby girl. I'll start.
No, I
everywhere.
think around like when he scored that winner off the bench or whatever, it was mentioned in like the post-match interview or whatever. So
hell yeah, we're gonna have the thumb suck celebration. Let's go.
So picks that I went with is first up Callum Wilson versus Spurs, because I think Fulkrug got injured over international break. There's a chance he's out for like 2 to 4 weeks. Wilson came off the bench for West Ham, ghosted well, got a goal, nearly stole a goal from Bowen's wonder run as well. So I mean, there's a chance that he gets a start, and it's Spurs. I mean, they always go Spursy at some point. So I'm going to tack on Somerville onto that as well. I mean, there's a strong chance he doesn't start, and obviously, like if you've kind of grabbed him in waivers, you can drop him as well. By no means we've seen enough for him to be a stash in your roster, but just consider it. Mukiele versus Crystal Palace. While Dan Ballard is out, he seems to be soaking up a lot of the ghost points in that back line. And like Rich mentioned, they're missing a couple of key personnel, Crystal Palace that is, in their attack and the way they kind of build up their play. So yeah, who knows? You might see that rogue clean sheet. One can dream. And then finally, Tosin versus Brentford. We mentioned, the Chelsea defense, how good they look, and Brentford don't look that good in attack either. So yeah, possible clean sheet on the cards. And those are my picks.
All right, Ryan, all you, my man.
All right, Enzo the Fae was the promoted team's darling coming into the draft. Probably one of the highest drafted players from the promoted team. Didn't get a start the first two, was dropped. Thankfully, picked him up in a couple leagues based on the late start in Gameweek 3. Did the business. I'm hoping and assuming he keeps his plays because he has some sets. Took the penalty last game. All good signs. So I like him if he can keep his spot as a mid-4, mid-5 rest of season. Sasa Lukic is another steady Eddie at 11.5 ghosts last week. That's after, I think, 8.5 the previous week. Dominating sets for Fulham. Good matchup at home to Leeds, so he should be good to go. Genie favorite David Brooks.
Oh, yeah.
Did pretty well last week against Spurs. Good matchup on paper at home to Brighton for Bournemouth attackers. So we'll see if he keeps his spot. I'm guessing he does for at least the next week or two. So he's a good midfield stream. Emi Buendia, circa 2019.
Yes.
Came on at halftime for Gasson, RIP. Got 8+ ghosts in 45 minutes. Looked pretty lively. I don't know if Unai is desperate enough to give him a start. He probably should be, given their dreadful start. But keep an eye on whether or not he gets a rare start. So those are my picks. Midfield madness.
I like it. Okay, nice, beautiful. All right, Genie, close us out, brother.
Some Genie favorites on here, obviously. You got Udoji. I had him in sleepers 11 for the summer, but then I had to change it last second because of that injury. He came on versus can't remember who they played last time, Bournemouth, and then got 2.5 points in like 10 minutes. He's never been a huge ghoster, but I do think he could be pretty good versus West Ham. And I don't know if he starts, but there's a good chance he does. Regardless, I'm definitely picking him up because that Spurs stretch is actually crazy for their defenders. So definitely want a piece of him. I got Shaw/Euro versus City. I don't know. These guys took all the good streamers, so I'm putting one up in the air. If it comes good, great. And it's also the last game of the game week. So if you got someone like Doku or Bernardo or like Diallo that you're worried won't start, just having one of these guys on your bench is not the worst idea because they will be busy, and I don't think City score more than 2 based off their recent performances. I got the other Sunderland defender versus Palace. He's been pretty good. I know Draftlat is pretty high on him.
Yeah, he has.
So he could be decent. I'm not expecting Palace to score more than 2, to be honest.
Alderete for audio listeners.
Yeah, my bad. Forgot the name there.
You're good.
And then Ward-Prowse versus Spurs. I don't even know if he starts, to be honest, but if he does, he's been taking like every set piece, and Spurs clearly give up a lot of chances. Whether or not West Ham do anything with them, it's a whole different question. But he's been ghosting surprisingly well. Like, I have him in a league. I'm debating dropping him, but I'm gonna at least wait till lineups. He's a good stream. Next couple weeks, Spurs, Palace, Everton. If he starts, if he doesn't, then he's an easy drop. But
yeah,
8 ghosts, 13 ghosts versus Chelsea and Forest. That's not too bad.
I love it. All right. That'll do it. Ladies and gents, thanks for tuning in. Chat, you guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out. People who join for the live stream, you're the best. We're getting more and more every week. This is incredible. Thank you so much. This community, you guys we just love you. Community, you're the best. Thanks so much. We'll talk to everyone soon. If you're not on the Discord, get on the Discord. That's where the conversation happens. That's where the lineups are leaked. That's where all the stuff goes on that used to happen on Twitter. So get on the Discord. Aside from that, good luck this weekend. Cheers. Talk to everyone soon.